What's going on, YouTube? We're back again, part 6, I believe. And for this part, we're going to be setting up the routing for our app, and we're going to finish. We really don't need to do any styling. It's pretty much almost done. We might do a little bit of fix-up styling here for the search results page. And then we'll maybe try to get to the details page. So let's just get started with this right away. Cool. So for that, you need to install React Router. So React Router DOM specifically. So once you have that installed, the way I set this up for this app was I imported the browser router. I can't say that word. Browser router. And what I ended up doing was I wrapped the app component inside of the browser router, and then obviously the provider wraps everything else. It's simple as that. And then inside of the app component, so I imported route and switch, and I have all those routes. Sorry, why am I blinking? So I'm specifying here the path, and for like the search results, we'll type in like a movie, and this will show up here, and it'll take us to our exact component, which is the search result. And we'll have to show this later because I don't have this fully set up, but for that example, it's basically set up here. This is our ID. We're setting that ID to our string that we watch on change every time you type it in, so we can change it here, and that'll be Avengers now. So that's that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, the only thing to do is show what we're gonna do with the search results page. So we are setting state on page because the movie thembd. Let me see if I'm logged in or not. I don't think I am. Let me log in real quick. Come on, where is it? API. Documentation. Okay. So when we search, we'll give it a try. Well, actually, basically, it can our results can have multiple pages. So what we'll end up doing is, for our pagination, we'll be using the state to basically change what we display. So we'll be displaying about 20 different results, and we'll have buttons at the bottom that say next or previous, and those buttons are basically going to be changing the state to either back to 1, or if there's another page 2, and display the results with page 2. And I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Okay, so now as the component mounts and we get basically our state from the other component, and to do that, I have my handy dandy dev tools here. If you remember, we set state equal to a text on the nav component, and basically here it is. and we are passing that state here. And the way we grab it is come on, where I want to go? Search results. So it shows up here. So basically you gotta say this are props that match. Go into here, parameters, and .id, and you'll be able to pull that string, and from there that string is going to be used for the multi-search query. We have our API key obviously, so make sure to, why does this not look good? Make sure you map it to the props, map the state to the props from the store. And then we'll also need the search results from the store. There is one thing that I do want to change. I think, like, I'll show you already what those results look like. So we already have results, and again we have two different, I believe these are arrays. Well, actually it's an object of results, and then the array is right here. We'll have to change in here. So no, actually not. Go to store, not store, reducers, and then go here, and then I'm gonna get rid of this. So now we'll have results. Oh no, that's not it. It's also the actions. Response.data, or maybe we change that. I don't need. Let's see. No, we definitely want to say data. Get a little confused there. So we'll say, let's do this. So we'll say if search results, then we'll return search results dot results, and hold on, actually I'm gonna set this here, so I don't have to type it twice up here. So search results is now set to, whoops, okay, whoops. It's search results, not result. Okay, and then we'll go into results. So we'll go search results dot results. Dot map. And then we'll say current. Can't see what we typed. Okay. Now we got to make sure we have our key. ID, and then as well as here. So here is what we will be using, current.id, to be able to pull that details page up later on. But we can look. Let's look. I'm gonna copy and paste out of the, where is it? Media details, I believe. No, not media details. Media slider. Basically, it's the same thing, but we do need to go ahead and API key. We'll also need config state dot API key config, and then we'll need we can now copy exactly this. Hold on, let's change this. This is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be title. Current title. And we'll go back here to the image. So config.images. We're going to get the secure base URL, and we'll need poster size and the poster path, and the poster path comes out of the actual results. So this is the poster path, and title, current dot title. We'll also do this here. Genre. Do we have that yet? If you guys remember, we had a, where did we have it? In media details as well. No, actually not media details, but is it home slider? Yeah, home slider. This basically is going to show, wait a minute, how many genres do we want to display? Because we have here on this function that we created for the home slider, we are just displaying the pulling the first ID and basically going back onto our genres here and basically matching this ID and pulling the string out of it. Hold on, I'll leave it blank for now. Let's see, make sure if it works. Of course it doesn't. Oh, that's right, because yep, that doesn't work either, because we gotta say this dot props dot config. Yep, but what we'll do, say config, and we'll set that to this props config, and that way it should just what are you talking about here? Yep, see here again, we can do the same thing. Const, well, actually no need, just this dot props. There we go. That should do it. Here it is. Why is that off center? It's so weird. don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not, the columns are wacky. Let me go ahead, go back to the CS and fix it, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got that done. Make sure it was really centered. Let's check for responsiveness. Okay, so right back where we were at. We're done with that. Oh yeah, that's right. So we're gonna decide whether we want to display just one genre or two. Well, let's spawn right here. I believe it is boater average to get that score. Yep, boat average. .3. I want to make it look a little bit better than this, so I think I want to add a box shadow, and I'm gonna add, so where do I have the box shadow already set? Oh, I don't have it set yet. No, I do actually. If I go to media details, CSS. Let's find our figure. So search figure, we need it to be exactly so we'll do. Okay. Oh no, let's find cast. There it is. Cast image. Box shadow. Here it is. Let's see how that looks. Search up Avengers. Oh, I believe that's here. It's at that border. There it is. I think it looks a little bit better now. If we have, I'll see. Let's see if it. Why didn't that load? Oh. So if we have white backgrounds, a back movie cover or whatever you want to call it, you'll be able to see that white star and white number very clearly. But titles, I think it's kind of downplayed. So I'm gonna move it a little bit lower by going, I believe, search slide. Let me do that real quick. Search figure. I don't have it in there. Okay, let's check. Do a universal. So we'll do font. I think it's font weight. Why didn't that work? Font. Alright, so one of the things that happens is when you want to search for something new, it's not gonna pull it up. So you're gonna have to add a, I believe, even if you go back to React documentation, if I find myself finding it, come on. Events, I don't want events. Let me search the component. Did update. So what we'll do is call component did update, and we'll pass in next props. And if this dot props dot match dot params dot ID is not equal, whoops, to next props dot ID, then we'll search it again. Let me pull this. And that should do it. Let's check, see if it actually worked. Let's search up Harry Potter. There it is. That is weird. And let's try it again. So let's look up Jumanji. There it is. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go back. And now let's media details. So let's go ahead and let's go back, search. Now what we want is to load media details when we click any of these titles or TV or whatnot. So I gotta make sure that our sliders have linked to. Now we go back here, we have it set to details. So details. So we have to set where to details. And then type, that would be, let's just say movie. And ID, that would be, that's why. It's backticks. Details. So here's the thing, is that we don't set, I'm only setting this manually for now, but what we'll do is actually pass inside of the props for basically this slider and all of our sliders here. We'll pass in from the state, we'll pass in whatever type it is, if that makes any sense. So if our, well actually, sorry about that. I think now I'm remembering that I think it does say, yeah, so it says media type TB, so we can pass that in instead of what I was trying to do, which was pass from the state. So media type, there it is. So all we will do is pass that in. So we can do that by saying, let's go back. We're gonna say current dot media type. And we'll need the ID. So current dot ID. I believe that's too lowercase. Just to make sure. How do I spell this? I forgot. 2 lowercase. Just to make sure if there's ever any ones that slip in that have capitals in them, I'll have that in there. Errors. Hold up. Okay, so we can see it says undefined. Whoa. What happened here? What just happened? Something broke. Okay, never mind, it's not broken. Undefined. What is undefined? Let me check the state over here. It is a string, so why is it? Movie. I'm not sure here. Just a second. I gotta take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Type and ID. and this is for plain movie types. Not plain. Oh, okay. That's why. So trending movie does have the type, but all these other ones don't. Gotcha. Okay, so what we can do is, since we've already actually set that on here, where did we do it? Set media type. We already have it set as movie, and you know, we'll get to where we can actually change this. But for now, what we'll do is, since this is actually getting I'm gonna do, I don't think let me see. Let me try something. This. Well, type, set media type. So we'll pass that in. Type, we'll call it type. And we'll say this dot props dot set media type. Okay.
Were you recording?
Save it. Go back here. We'll say this dot props dot type. I think it was type. And reload. Can I bring property of props of undefined? Oh no. We don't say this type props. We say just props. Let's see if it actually shows up. Yes, we'll see it says movie, but it's capital, so I believe we should just be able to use the two lowercase, which is what? That's not what I wanted. Two. That's string prototype to lowercase, so there it is. You can see now it is in lowercase. And we are going to be able to route this. So let's click on this. Whoa, that looks not very good. Okay. So let's click out of this. Do we need this? Okay. let's go into media details. Okay. I was trying to figure out why I had it set for a class instead of just a functional component, and it's because we need the component did mount, as we did on the search results component, where the component did mount, and we're gonna need again the same thing. Hold on. Components. So media details. Match that parameters. Whoa, why is it was broken down into well, for whatever reason it broke it down that way. And that's very odd. Well, we need the ID, and it should be that's why. Type, gotta separate that, or else we're gonna get it broken up like this. So if we really load it, check it, here it is. It is set as a string, which I don't think, well, anyways, doesn't matter. We'll get to it when we get to it. Let's start by saying and pulling that exact movie. So we'll do search company, search keywords. Trying to think of search movies, yeah, and we search TV. Okay. Three swipers in here, we'll need it later. Let's import. Whoops. Don't forget to add the connect. Oops. Connect. Now we're gonna need to map state to the props. Map. So then we'll pass in state. As well as dispatch. So map dispatch to props, and we pass in dispatch. And let me see, what do we need? We need API key, so we'll say API key, and we're gonna get that from state dot API key config dot API key. And what else? So we'll need, we're gonna need movie credits, movie details, movie reviews, movie trailers, and for TV we're gonna need TV not TV credits, TV details, TV reviews, and TV trailers. That's what we'll need. So let's go ahead and also get config in, because we'll need those images. That's set up for the images. Setup dot config. So we'll start by I'm gonna open up the reducer to look exactly as okay. So then this will be let's start with movies. So we'll do movie credits, state dot what is it, movie credits, and then we'll do movie details, state dot movie details, and then movie reviews. Well, actually, let me check how I have it written over here. Movie details, movie credits, reviews. Yep. State dot movie reviews, as well as movie trailers. State dot movie trailers. Okay, I have quite a few other right, so let me go ahead and quickly finish writing these up, and I will be back to finish this details page up. Alright, so pretty much done. I have the dispatch done. Obviously for the dispatch to props, you have to import in those actions. Details TV. Why is that not okay over here? TV details. Oh, it's never red. Huh? What? Details TV. Yeah, this makes no sense. Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay. That's that. Alright, so now that we have that done, let's create a function saying hold on, how do we want to do this? get media data, and then we'll pass in the type. Hold on, not only the type. So the type, but also we need pass the ID, and we'll set the type equals to our, let me bring this up. So we need the type and the ID, so we'll pass in the ID, and the type will be, we'll set it equal to this dot props dot match. No, it's that match dot params that type, and we'll say if type equals to movie, then we will search movie. So we're gonna need credits, details. So credits. Let's see. Movie credits. Actually, no, let's go back into movies. There it is. I was looking at the wrong thing. So credits, we need that. So let's find. Come on, where is it? Here it is. And it looks like this. So we'll say this dot props dot credits movie, right? Credits movie, and we're gonna pass in the URL, but the URL we have to change. Where's the API key? Yep, here. So we gotta put our API key. So this dot props dot API key and our ID. So we'll pass in ID. There it is. Okay, that. Oh. Credits API key ID. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest and skip through this little tedious, and it's basically gonna be just doing the same thing for all of these, except for there will be an else type. TV, and we'll return all of this actions with the data. So I'll be right back, and I'm gonna get that done real quick. Okay, all done with that. It's done. Now we say this dot get media data, and we're gonna pass in the type and the ID. So that's the type. Oops, what happened? Okay. give it a try. So we'll save it. Go back to our app. Let's check out the Redux here. So details, reviews, movie credits, nothing. What is it? Type JS does not match corresponding name on disk. TB. What? Okay, so let's go find that. It's saying inside of types, TB actions, TB credits. Just forget the. Now it's TV details. Reviews. Trailers. Okay. See if it works. Let's try this. Cannot read property of API key if undefined. Let's close this out. Keep credits, we don't need that. So it says API key. API, really? API key config. State.api key .api key. That's strange. Why wouldn't I be able to? I'm not sure. That's so weird. Did I write it wrong here? It set as API key config. What? Inside of home it worked perfectly fine. Really? I guess it was just in the way that I had this in, so state to props goes first and then dispatch to props goes first. Very odd, but here we have our data. So we have credits, we have cast, crew, details, right? So we have some of the things that we need for this. Okay. What else? Reviews. Trailers. And that's it. So now we can display this data. Now we have the data specifically for what movie is this? Ad Astra. That's the one that we clicked on. And we're gonna need to, let's go ahead and start with the header first. Hold on. We have to check something. If the details okay. Config. I have to write that quite often, so I'll say this props .config. And we need to start with this. Let's see if we can get that to work. So we'll check for config as well as we need, wait a minute, config dot images, and we need wonder if we should just have another functional component that takes in the data and we let it know, or we check for movie or TV. Okay, never mind. Let's just do this. We'll check for this. Props dot details movie dot backdrop. If it is there, then let's get config dot images. Actually, let me do this. I don't want to. I just need images out of here. So I'll just say that. Write it so many times. Config. Actually, dot secure base URL. And config dot backdrop sizes. 2, and then we'll add in there. Well, actually, we need to. Plus this dot props dot details movie on backdrop path. Okay. Let's see if we get it to work. Wait a minute. That makes no sense. Why would I have to do this? Details movie. Backdrop path. Let me see why it's not working. I'll be right back for that. Okay, so yep, figured it out. Obviously, I had details movie, which is an action. If you see details movie, we have it as an action, and I was supposed to put in movie details. So just go back and change that real quick. Done movie details. Let's see how that. There it is. Look at that. And let's do title, I think. Title. Copy and paste this for here, right here. Rating. Boat average. So it's boat. quote. Status that should give us released, or if it's, you know, coming soon or not. Genre, now we have our little genre. What else? Oh, here, look at that. So just for this, we'll just pick the first one. Genres, so we'll go into that genres, and we'll pick the first one, dot name, and let's see if we get that. What? Genres. So if everything else worked, add Astro. That's weird. Why is it no, I can't find it. Oops. Man, it's so weird. Movie details, genres. I want the, well, it's probably, this is probably why. It's not problems, not movie details, the genres. Let's return that. Name. Right. Yeah, since it is an array, we have to check if it's there. So this looks very odd. It just doesn't look good at all. But there's how we get those that data. His video is definitely running on. Well, and that's where we're at. We got done the search results. We set up our routes, and we got most of that set up. So now we really only have to do. So we only have movie details left to do, and that'd be pretty much it. I did decide to do something extra that I'll keep for the end of this little series. Yeah, and anyways, it's already running a little too long. I'm on an hour and 15 minutes, so thanks for sticking with. And we'll just continue on the next video of I'll call this part 2 of part 6. And see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.